Hi there, Kevin Tharp. In the previous video to this one, I showed you how to set up a custom template within Aptana Studio and how to set it up so that you could use it from the File New from Templates section. And so what I've got is I've set up the custom template, and it's just a basic template called Tharp HTML5 template, and that's what I'm going to use today. So I create that file from there, and what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and save that to the location where it's going to be stored. So I'm just simply going to do a save as, and I'm going to save it in my project, and I'm actually overwriting a previous file, so I'm just going to save that as my index.html at the root level, and now I've got access to that. So if I wanted to, I could go ahead and synchronize the site up and push that file forward. So I know there's only been one file changed here, so I'm just going to use the upload operation on that index.html file, and then I will go and look at that. And this is what it looks like. All it's got is the title has been changed. There's an H1 with my name. There's home and contact information, which came with the template that I used to adjust mine, and then I put my copyright information. So I've sort of taken out a lot of stuff that is the default blank HTML5 template in there, just to keep this as clean as possible as we're going through and working this. Now at the start of this, I've included some extra files in here, but at the beginning of this, the only files that we really have is this home page, the index.html, and then inside this exercises file, there's another index.html file, which is the default file, so that if you go to the exercise, it'll be there. And when you look at that file, it will eventually contain links to the different exercises that my students do for their classes. But for now, all it really needs to have is a link back to the home page. And so you'll notice that this page does not use the template that I was from. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to record over this document so that I've got both my index.html and inside my exercises folder, index.html, are going to be using that same template. So what I want to do is I want to add hyperlinks within that template. So I need to actually edit the template. So I'm coming back in here to templates, and I'm going to do the Tharp HTML5.html template. So what I want to do is I want to have a link to the home page, and then I want to have a link. Let's get rid of that contact there, and let's change that to exercises. And I want it to link to the exercises folder, not to the index.html, because we will eventually be changing that to index.php. So if I just link to the exercises folder, then it's going to work out just fine. So now, since I've changed my template, first off I want to save my template, and then because both this index and this index pages are both created from the template, I want to go ahead and save over those with new pages from the template that contain that that navigation. So there you can see that the navigation is there, and I'm just going to save that over. So there's the index.html, and I'll close that, and I want to do another one, file, new from template, HTML5 template, and I'm going to save that one in the exercises page. Okay, now, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to synchronize this site up to get those files all in place. Since I've changed more than one file, I'm going to use the synchronize. And you notice that what I've got here is I've got it set to delete orphan files on this server, Aptana 1, with the name that I'm using, and then I could choose to delete files on the local. That's just the way that the the system is set up. I don't have any files that I want to delete right now, so I'm going to clear that out. So what it's telling me is that I've got files on my local that need to update to the server, and so I want to go ahead and synchronize those. It's going to upload both of those files, and then I'll be able to go into my browser, reload them, and when I reload it, I forgot to change the words here to contact, so this should be a link to the exercises folder. So I've got home and contact. So right now these two pages are identical. That's the purpose of a template, is to have identical folders. So what I want to do is, let's just go in this so that we can tell the difference in these pages. So I've got the index.html page, and I'm just going to call this home page, and I want to change that from contact to exercises. I didn't do that in the template. And that's one of the problems with the template, is it does exactly what you tell it to do. So I've got the link to the exercises there and the home. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then what I want to do in this exercises page is, so that I know that it is the exercises page, I'm just going to put this will show up in the title, and so that will be there, and the H1 I'm just going to put exercises, and I'm going to delete the link to the exercises page here because this is the exercises page. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then I'm going to resynchronize the site. Now when I come back to my browser, I want to look and see. So I'm on the exercises page now. I'll go ahead and reload that. You'll see that it changes the exercises, and it's got a link to the home page. From the home page, I'll reload that. It says Kevin Tharp home page, and then I've got a link back to the same place or to the exercises folder. So what I've essentially done is created exercises back and forth from the home page and the exercises pages, back and forth. So it's just a very basic beginning navigation for a site, but one that I require my students to do so that it gives me access to the exercises that they do throughout the semester. So on this exercises page, as they go through the semester, you or they will add the different labs and case studies that you do to this exercises page so that I can get through it. So that is the basic setup for the server. And now what we'll find is that we're going to want to, did you notice how I kept having to go here and edit that and there and edit that? And so even after the pages were created from the template, I had to keep changing and updating those. Well, what we want to do is we want to find a way that will allow us to avoid going in doing as much of that hand coding, and you can do that in different degrees, and we will look at that in the upcoming videos.